You're not going to want to miss this episode of the AI Show. We're talking all about how to unlock the power of small language models with my friend Kinfey. Make sure you tune in. Hello, welcome to this episode of the AI Show. We're talking all about unlocking the power of small language models with my friend Kinfey. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Seth. I'm very happy because this time it's very early, but I think I'm very, very happy to show how the small language model in AI. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. So I know it's early for you. We have a little time zone difference. Tell us who you are and what you do so people can get to know you.
I think I am the current okay. My task is to finish some small language model, introduce a small language model and small language model technology, and build a edge AI application with a small language model. Just we say why many people to talk about LLM, but I say, if you do some you find some SLM, maybe you love that. Okay. Some people say, okay, Kinfey, SLM will replace LLM. I say no. They are the same. Please tell me, you love that. I will tell you how to work together. Yeah.
I love it. And by the way, you work in developer relations at Microsoft. Is that correct? Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So,
a colleague, okay. Yeah.
So let's start with this question. This question, and this is the one because I think Phi is more than just a single model. Is that right? Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. I will introduce Phi-4 and Phi-family here. You can see this slide. Phi-family is very, very cool. You can use Phi to finish different scenario. Before 2 years, we published the Phi first version. We just focused the coding, and now the Phi can use many things, just like the visioning. We just like the vision, just like the audio, just like the advanced reasoning. This is very, very cool. We have many new models with Phi. Just here, you can use the Phi-4 multi-model to finish the vision and audio. Of course, and this time, many people to focus the reasoning model. We build the Phi-4-mini reasoning model and Phi-4 reasoning model to help you to finish some reasoning scenario. Of course, how to deploy that? You can use our Azure AI Foundry to do this, and you can download it in Hugging Face, and you can use it in GitHub models. Of course, you can use our new Foundry Local to deploy the Phi in your Windows and Mac OS environment. And now, different tools to support the Phi. You can see NVIDIA LIM, Olama, and LM Studio can support the Phi. Of course, you can use our tools just like the Visual Studio Code AITK extension to do this. So this time, you not only focus the model, you can use Phi to build application very easily. You can use API, you can use different framework to do that. Maybe you just download the model and use your tool, love tools to do this. Okay,
yeah,
Seth?
and that's amazing. Like, because one of the things that, and I'm glad you're here because I used to just think of Phi as like a language model that does one thing, but here you can see it does a ton of different things, as you're seeing up here. But it's faster now too. Has there been architecture changes to make this better?
Yes, in our new Phi-4-mini flash reasoning model, we have the new architecture. Because we want to deploy the SLM in Edge AI, we need to show the low latency and good performance. So SambaY give you the good performance like here. SambaY is an innovation deep learning architecture whose core evaluation lies in the industry of the game memory unity. Just like here, we need to talk about 3 topics: a self-decoder, a flash attention layer, and cross decoder. Because we want to reduce the computation and do more things and long context support. So this time, SambaY can give you this because self-decoder, it can reduce the computation and compress, or use the member to let you to efficient sequence modeling and capability. Another is the full attention layer. I think mechanism of the self-decoder let you to completion the sparse attention. The last is the cross decoder. Achieve the attention balance between the efficient and performance. You can see the Hugging Face benchmark to do this. I think many people say, okay, well, Phi-4 can give you the different experiments or different things. Just like here, we can you can see the benchmark. Okay, low latency before. We can put the low latency. You can see the good performance here. You can compare the Phi-4-mini reasoning and Phi-4-mini flash reasoning. You can see the low latency is good. Maybe this is a very good idea to deploy the Phi-4-mini reasoning flash reasoning model to the edge devices. You can let to build the edge AI. But some people say, okay, I get the low latency Phi-4-mini flash reasoning model, but which scenario is good? Maybe we can see the scenario. You can see something just like education, some long context, or some support here. You can see the benchmark. Okay, some mobile, maybe we need the low latency. Education, of course, the QA. You have some question to ask the AI teacher. Okay, it can give you a very good answer as soon as possible. Maybe this is good. Another is the long context. You can support this. You use this to finish many document or some question is good. Yeah. So I think this is new architecture to let you to choose the Phi-4-mini flash reasoning in different scenario. Yeah.
So just to recap, because I want to make sure people are getting what you're saying, the Flash 4 reasoning model uses SambaY, which allows it to do those three things like the attention mechanism, decoder, etc. It has better throughput, lower latency, so that it can be used in edge-based applications, like, for example, mobile here, education, or even with a longer context, because these models have a pretty big context too. Is that right?
Yes. I think this time long context many people to focus because many people think, okay, SLM can not do the long context jobs, but you use the SambaY can let you to do more long context to do this, to let more application can use Phi-4-mini flash reasoning in edge. Yes.
What's the context window for Phi-4-mini reasoning with Flash, the Flash version?
Is 4. You can use the 4096 long context. Yeah.
That makes sense. So here's a question. And this is the part where I kind of get lost sometimes, and maybe you can help me. How does one deploy these models? Because now it's like it's a small model, it's not as big, you can put it on a device. How does one actually do that?
I think we want to if we want to deploy the Phi, not only the new Phi model, many Phi models, we want to deploy it in the edge devices. We can use different tools to help us to quantization and conversion. The first. The second, we need to deploy it in different scenarios. Just like here, we can use the some popular tools, just like the Llama CPP or the VLM to help us to quantization and conversion on the Phi-family model like GGOF. But in Microsoft, we love you. We love Honest. So this time you can use Microsoft Oliver to convert the Honest model or quantization model to do this. Of course, many people say, okay, when I quantization and conversion finish, how to deploy it? Maybe we have the different scenario in cloud. You can use the container to do this. Another is very amazing is you can deploy the model in the mobile devices, just like you use the iPhone, Android. You can use the Phi-family model to do this, like the Phi-4-mini. I do this application. Another is you can use the Foundry Local to deploy the Phi model in the Windows and Mac OS environment. Of course, you can deploy in the IoT, just like the Jetson Nano, Jetson Orange, and Use Phi is okay. So you can use the Phi model to create some amazing application with the Gen AI applications. Yeah.
That's cool. So can we zoom into perhaps how one would do this for a phone, for example? Because I like this, but maybe we can zoom in a little bit. And I think you brought a slide here. Can you explain what we're looking at here?
Yes. This is my iPhone 12 Pro. iPhone 12 Pro is the old devices.
Yeah.
It not have some GPU and NPU support. But this time, if I want to deploy the Phi-4-mini instruct, how to do this? The first use Microsoft Oliver to convert the Phi-4-mini instruct be on this model. Of course, you can quantization the info or FP16. Another is you can use the Phi-training model to do this, and then you can run it and deploy it in the iPhone 12 Pro.
So sorry to interrupt. So what you're saying is that you can take the Phi-4-mini instruct, do the Olive auto, and then put it into this thing. And let me hit play here to see what happens. So this is all running locally.
Yes, it's running local. You can see I use the log network. Why we use the SLM? Because we have some scenario is offline. So you can see that iPhone 12 is the offline. You can use you can call, or you can use the Phi-4-mini or inference Phi-4-mini in the offline scenario or in your mobile phone. You can see that it's good performance because can you introduce yourself? This is good. But many people say, this is just a talk, but if I want to do some complex question or something, what is the performance? You can see that another, I will ask, I will let the Phi-4-mini to display some very easy question, but just like 1 plus 1 is means 2. This is a very easy question, but I think let the Phi-4-mini to give you the good answer. Okay, you can see the result. When I finish this application, I say, my God, it can let the Phi-4-mini to run in the CPU in the old devices. Is very, very amazing.
Yeah, here, let me put my face up because this is cool because there's like certain things you can do with this. That's awesome. That's embedded in the application. How big is the model on disk when you're actually laying it down in the application? Like, is it like gigabytes? How big is it?
2 gig.
That's
2 gig.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's like less than a movie. I mean, it's pretty cool that it's that size. So what other things can you do with this technology that might be interesting? I think you brought a demo of here. Let me see. Let me bring this up here. Of something for MCP, right?
Yeah. I think this time many people to talk about MCP. We always say SLM can deploy it in the edge devices. You can see that. Why we how to use the SLM? Because we want to call the MCP service. Just like here, I use Phi-4-mini as MCP client. You can deploy it in the edge devices. You can use different tools, just like here. I use the Olama and VLM to help me to deploy the Phi-4-mini and then to call the MCP service, including the STDIO and SSE to support that. I think this time we can show many this sample to some people. Yeah.
Let's do it. So let me tell because you brought a demo. So I'm gonna play this and then I'll ask you questions after it's done. Okay.
Okay, let's see our sample about Phi-4-mini to MCP application. The first, I think you need to deploy your Phi-4-mini with different tools
Because if you run a Phi-4-mini, you can directly to use Olama, VLM. Of course, you can use the Foundry Local tool. So you need to set the different endpoint here because our sample can support different tools to do this. Another, we need to set different support because MCP can support SSE or STDIO. So this time you need to set this. And the last, you can see how to run it with the Olama or the VLM. This is very easy because just like you call the different API to do this, you need to convert something to support MCP because Phi-4-mini not directly to support MCP. You need to convert some argument to do this, and then we can run it to try it. Please see that here we have some environment here. Let me clear this, and then activate my MCP dev. Maybe this is the Python sample. You can let the local environment can install will install many MCP library support library or something just like the MCP, just like some Olama API. You can do this, and then we can run it just like here. We can run it this sample. This sample default to call Olama endpoint and then to use the playwright. You can set some point to let the playwright to do something just like the navigation, some website, or give you some screenshot. Here I set this point, navigation to github.com. This is very easy prompt because I want to let the browser to navigation my to the github.com. Okay, you can see a Chrome browser is open and or go to the github.com. Thank you.
I mean, that's amazing. Like, you basically, from a local box, you basically create a client that Phi-4-mini was able to call out and do stuff like open a browser window. Am I getting this right?
Yes, this I think you can extension this application because you can use the Phi-4 to help you to build your local AI board to help you to control everything in your local environment. Yeah.
That's amazing. So the last thing I want to ask you, because this has been, by the way, I'm going to summarize the end because you laid a lot of information on us. Is there a way to make the model more precise, to make it better for me, for example, if I have my own data that I want to bring to it?
Yes, I think this time many people will talk about, okay, Phi-4 is just the SLM. If I want to do some specific scenario, how to do this? Just I built in the Microsoft Build workshop this year. We do this sample. The first we use some distillation, use the DeepSeek or some large language model to help us to finish some data distillation, and then use the Phi-4 or mini instruct to fine-tuning. But some people say, okay, I want to fine-tuning is very hard, but I will introduce the very good tools, Microsoft Oliver, to do this because it just use the command line to finish this. Like you can use the fine-tuning or optimize and quantization with the Microsoft Oliver just the command line. You can follow this link and to check it to read the robot to finish this. I think it's very easy. Another is if you want to after finish the fighting, if you want to deploy it, you can use Azure Machine Learning to register your model and manage your different model and deploy it in your local environment. Of course, we love you to use our Foundry Local to finish this, because you can use the Foundry Local to deploy the Phi-tuning model with your application. You can use it to finish some Windows application or some desktop application to do this. It's very, very cool. So don't forget to use to read this repo after this session. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have it right here. I have a link right here. So I want to summarize, because I want people to understand like all the goodness that you laid on us.
Yeah.
You told us that Phi was not just a single model; it's multiple modalities, all the way from regular text generation to image to audio, reasoning models, etc. Even tool calling's in there. Then you showed us how these models were made faster with the Flash and SambaY. You showed us how these can be deployed to devices so that you can use them locally. And then you showed us how these local executions can use function calling to call out to an MCP server. And then there was more. And then you showed us, the last thing was you showed us how to actually fine tune this model using distillation. So did I get all those steps right?
Yeah. I think, yes, fancy. Yeah, your summarize is very good. I think I want to join AI so many times to share more SLM cases. Yeah.
I love it. So if you want to learn more, there's a Phi cookbook, aka.ms Phi cookbook. Make sure you go to that. And then also there's something that Kinfey mentioned in passing, but Foundry Local makes it really nice to actually download these models and use them with a local endpoint so that you're still using them locally. It's very nice. Kinfey, thank you so much for being with us, my friend.
Thanks, Seth, give me to join this show. I love this. Yeah.
I love it. And thank you so much for watching. We're learning all about how to unlock the power of small language models, my friend Kinfey. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care.
Okay.